Welcome back. We have another recipe for you today using Videography products. In particular, we'll be using 2 types of vinegars and also one of their pineapple enzymes blend to actually make a beautiful sauce for this new Asian slaw with hawthorn flakes. This particular recipe is a bit different from the coleslaw that you would eat outside. Firstly, because it's actually made from whole food ingredients such as Videography products, pickle and sushi vinegar, the aromatic brown rice vinegar, and the lovely sweet enzymes from pineapples. Let's begin by looking at how we're going to actually deal with the cabbage as well as the carrots, which will form the basis for our recipe. I have on hand here purple cabbage, which I've chosen for its beautiful color and its antioxidant properties. Here, the cabbage has to be treated first before we actually use it. So to about 2 cups of purple cabbage, you will add about 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. As you add it in, you're going to massage the cabbage until the juice comes out of the cabbage. Drain the juice away, wash the cabbage with a little bit of water so that it gets rid of the excess salt, and leave it, set it aside to allow it to marinate for a slightly longer time. So after we've dealt with marinating the cabbage, it's time to move on to the sauce. The sauce that I'm demonstrating here today is another creamy sauce, but not to worry, it doesn't have a trace of butter or eggs, just like our earlier recipe for the cashew mayonnaise. Today, the special thickening ingredients are your 2 vinegars as well as the enzymatic blend of pineapple. At the same time, we'll be using organic tofu to give the coleslaw the nice creamy texture and the look that you're so used to. First, let's add the ingredients into the blender. To the blender, I'm going to actually add the juice of 1 orange, sesame oil. I like the toasted blend because the fragrance is a lot more pronounced when it comes to the coleslaw. And then we add in the vinegars. This is the pineapple vinegar, pineapple enzyme, sorry, aromatic brown rice vinegar, pickle sushi vinegar, and olive oil for emulsification. And a surprise ingredient here, because it's our new Asian type of slaw, we're going to actually add a couple of teaspoons of good quality Japanese soy sauce. Now, if you don't have Japanese soy sauce, your regular brand of soy sauce will also do. Finally, we're actually going to add in half a cup of organic, soft or smooth silken tofu. And from this point onwards, it's really very easy. Like our blended cashew mayonnaise recipe, all you need to do is press the button. Because the tofu is so soft, you really don't have to blend it so long like we did with the cashew mayonnaise. Just about 10 to 20 seconds of blending will do. As soon as the tofu has actually emulsified and softened and blended right into the mixture, that will do. For a final touch, to allow the recipe to become more piquant and alive, we add just a tiny squeeze of kaffir lime juice into the blender. You just simply do a very quick blend, just to make sure all the ingredients are mixed properly. So while this is actually allowed to develop the flavors for a few minutes, let's look at how we're going to assemble our coleslaw together. I always like to use a big huge tub to make coleslaw because I like to actually mix the coleslaw by hand. There's just something about using your hands to make the coleslaw that makes it a lot more delicious because the warmth of your hands actually breaks down the fibers as well as the enzymes in the recipe. We're going to add more carrots as well as the marinated cabbage that we did earlier on. Now you may ask, do we need to actually marinate the cabbage as well? There's no need to because the cabbage fibers are actually quite fine, unlike the cabbage fibers that need a little bit more work. And to the entire mixture here, you can see how pretty it is. I'm actually going to add the marinated cabbage, a lot more of it. And before we pour in our sauce, there's one other ingredient that will make the entire coleslaw come alive in your mouth. And that's hawthorn flakes, or sanzang as we call it in Chinese. I've added this ingredient in because it actually helps with digestion. So I've actually cut them into thin flakes Just simply drop them into the entire mixture. Couple of finishing touches, we're going to actually add rough torn leaves of apple mint. So it's a beautifully thick aromatic dressing into this bowl. Make sure your hands are clean before you do this and simply massage. Massaging is an important component of making a coleslaw because it allows the flavors of the marinade to blend together with the rest of the vegetables. Plus it makes sure that the entire mixture is actually well tossed and all the sweet, sour, minty, creamy textures are combined together. Make sure that it's well combined, and I wish you could actually be here because as I'm tossing this, the smell and the fragrance of the vinegar and the sesame combined together, my mouth is actually watering already. So I've prepared a bowl here with fresh organic lettuce leaves. Line the plate with some cucumbers for texture. And then all you have to do, if this is an individual salad serving, grab hold of a bunch or handful of coleslaw. And decorate it on top. And there you have, new Asian slaw with hawthorn flakes.